People always talk about some smoke that they don't know about. I be driving with that constant way more than your mama house. All the speed doctors, we got patients who keep slowing down. Come and take a ride with us and see how we gon' run the town. Speed doctors, that's all you need to know. Speed doctors, you can watch this shit at home. Speed doctors, we gon' give your ass a show. From the money to the cars, we gon' show you how it go. Speed doctors, that's all you need to know. Speed doctors, you can watch this shit at home. Speed doctors, we gon' give your ass a show.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dr. Dre with Speed Doc 713. Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you liking. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and tune in. Well, I'm here in downtown Houston, the illustrious downtown Houston. You know, Houston's my home, man, born and raised. I love it. But I came out to do a special comparo. We've been getting a lot of comments of folks wanting us to do some different vids with some other kind of cars. Well, I've got a Panamera 4S, and I think it's time to line it up with my homeboy Sean's Tesla Model S. And his Model S is clean, dog. I mean, I'm lukewarm to Teslas overall. I've kind of been critical of them because they have some quality issues here and there. So, you know, I don't know, but I'm anxious to line these two cars up, compare the two, and then let's see how quick it really is. You see what I'm saying? So I'm waiting on Sean to pull up in the Tesla. As soon as he does, then we can get this party started, man. I think y'all gonna enjoy this one. Sean just hit me up, waiting. He should be pulling up in just a second. He just got a new wrap on this thing, so I can't wait to see it. This is my first time seeing it in the daytime, so let me see. He say he around the corner. You know, the Teslas, they silent, so you don't really hear them like that. What's up, dog? What's up with it, baby?
What's good,
man? Dog, man.
What's good with it?
Where'd you park, dog? Did you valet or what?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I Tom and Jerry'd over here. I left and the right.
You walk?
Yeah. We were supposed to shoot that thing today, though, right?
Yeah, that's why. I mean, that's why I'm dressed up like this.
Well, that's
like
why I dressed down, because I wasn't all the way ready to do the recording today. But I still wanted to come. I still wanted to participate.
All right, so look, y'all. You walk?
Yeah. I had to walk today. I got to tell you this. I got to tell you what happened, though. Crazy story. You won't believe it.
The Tesla not here?
No, not today. It won't. It might be a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months.
Couple of months.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
So you got to tell me the story, dog. Because
yeah, I gotta tell you the story, bro.
Y'all, like, this is, to be real, like, I dressed up like this because we were supposed to do the executive saloon, you know, comparison. I thought we was gonna do like the James Bond theme where I dress up, he dress up, he hop out the Tesla, I hop out the Pan Am, and we supposed to be debonair with it or whatever, right?
Yeah. That could still happen though.
But not today.
No, not today.
Dog, you gotta tell me the story.
I got to tell you what's going on, man. You won't believe it. You won't believe it.
Is it crashed?
No.
Does it run?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's what you got to know.
I guess the Porsche won this one, man.
All I wanna do is put on. Yeah. All I wanna do is put on.
So, as y'all saw, man, here with my boy Sean, we're supposed to be trying to do a comparison between the Panamera 4S and this Tesla Model S, but he came walking up. So, Sean, tell us what's going on. You know, I've always been critical of Teslas. I like them, but you remember we talked before you were thinking about getting it.
And I hit you up and I said, look, man, I'm looking at this Tesla. You know, I know you're the car connoisseur. You know, what is your opinion? We really had this conversation, and you said, well, you know, Tesla's always had quality issues. But if you want a quality vehicle, look at the Porsche. But if you're trying to do something different, look at the Tesla.
Right.
And later on, after I bought the Tesla, I developed that into, you know, I told a relative, if you want a computer on wheels that you're always tinkering with, go with the Tesla. If you want quality in like a car and don't really have to tinker with, you just riding and cruising, go with the Porsche. Okay. And, you know, having been on the tinkering side, you know, I can't say I would make the same decision again.
Really? So
Yeah.
you're saying that you don't think you'd get the Model S if we rewound?
Which rewinding you want to do? Because I'm on the second one.
So all right, let's tell us about that. Tell everybody out there in Speed Doc world what you mean by that.
So I pre-ordered my Tesla. I want to say November of 2020, and they fast shipped it. It landed in Houston. I want to say like December the 16th of 2020. It was a 2021 model, and then when I got to the parking lot. Well, that's a whole different thing. Because of the pandemic, they weren't really treating me like a normal Tesla customer where they deliver your car to you. They were kind of trying to implement this thing where it was a touchless delivery. And so there's this experience that you're supposed to go through when you buy a Tesla that you're walking into like,
welcome into a new default.
Yeah. But that didn't really happen for me. When I drove up to the Tesla parking lot, my Tesla popped up on my phone and said, "Hey, I'm your new Tesla, and come. It's nice to meet you. Come meet me." And then when I said, "Yeah, where are you?"
Like a woman.
Yeah. Hey, where are you? And the car wouldn't respond. And so I have my own video footage of me on my YouTube channel, just trying to get a footage of me buying a Tesla, the whole experience, being excited. Car wouldn't start. It was dead on the parking lot. Yeah, so they had pulled it around to the front so I could pick it up for delivery.
Right.
But it was not in a functioning state to where you could drive it off of the lot. And they didn't know how to fix it. Okay, so what they did, they said, well, we have an idea how we can fix it, but can you come back tomorrow or some later time and give us a chance to fix your car so that you could drive it out the lot? And I said, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And I agreed to it. But then as I was walking away, you just snap. And I'm like, why would I agree to drive a car off of the lot that already has a record?
Right, already having problems.
Yeah, it's already having problems. You driving it off the brand new lot and it's already got a log history of repairs, if you will. Brand new car. I said, no, I'm not accepting that. So we're going to have to do something else.
Yeah.
Long story short, I drove a Model X for a month, 2 months, and they just had me in a Tesla it was brand new, but it was an X. And then they found one. They shipped it into Texas. They delivered it. It allowed me to drive itself off of the lot.
Okay.
Fast forward, I got it wrapped. Everything seemed like it was going good, but I want to say roughly a month after I got it, Tesla pushed an update to the car, and it seemed like it took a little bit of time for it to respond. I'm like, no big deal. So I called my other Tesla. I was like, yeah, my car it didn't seem like it really wanted to turn on. And
what you mean? So what, you would get in the car and it wouldn't say hello or whatever, I'm here, or whatever they do?
What a lot of people don't understand about Teslas, they don't have a push to start button.
Right.
So it's simply walking up to the Tesla, opening the door. It's supposed to launch all of the apps or the screens and modules in the car, and to actually start the car, you press the brake. So when I would get in the car, the screens would all be black, and then I press the brake and the car still wouldn't respond. So I called in a service ticket, Tesla ignored me. I drove the car without any of the screens or turn signals or anything like that. I drove it all the way up to the shop.
Wait a minute, whoa.
Yeah, yes.
So,
because at this point, Tesla doesn't believe me that there's something going on with my car. So
they don't believe you.
Yeah, they don't believe. I'm opening up tickets. I'm calling them and telling them, hey, my car is having some problems. So,
and not for the stunt on them, but tell everybody out in TV land, what's the sticker price of the one you got, bro?
It's about $100K. It's right at $100K. So you spend $100,000 on the car and it won't turn on. So I drove it up there, showed them that the car was half functioning, And they say, oh, no big deal, just do a hard reset on it. So I learned how to do the hard reset. That seemed to work for a little while, but the car just got progressively worse and worse and worse. And my daughter was born in September, and I was having this conversation with my family. I'm like, well, while I'm dealing with a newborn, I'm actually going to have Tesla look at this car that I've been kicking it down the can for,
Yeah, because you've been able to get from A to B in it.
Right. Once it would start for the day, it was good. But sometimes if you haven't driven it in 10 hours or something like that, it's taking me up to 2 hours to get the car to respond and to turn on. So imagine you got to get somewhere and then your car doesn't even respond to you.
And there's no jump start.
Yeah, and there's no hooking it up to a battery or no one pushing it and then rolling it to a start or anything like that. People don't understand the car stays on all the time. And they even tell you don't drive the car past 3% because it could literally damage the
cells and whatnot.
The components in the car. It could damage it. So I drove the car, it got progressively worse, and we got to the point where I had to start recording YouTube videos just to prove to Tesla, hey, there's really, really something wrong with my car. And so they just watched the YouTube videos. They said, ooh, there is something wrong with this car. We better take care of them before, this blows up. Mm-hmm. So then the rest. They threw me into a loaner. I was driving that for about 2-3 months. And my car sat in the garage majority of that time because they didn't know where to even start to fix my car. They had no idea what was wrong. They still don't know what was wrong with my car. They just said that they were going to gut all the inside of the car because they didn't have the time or the investment into my car to go and find out the one line of code and or the one wire that may not be
firing off.
Right. So they said it's just better for us to gut the whole entire thing. So now my car is a 21 with a 22 brand.
So
yeah.
How long did it take for them to actually, once they decided, all right, we're going to change the brain out the car, how long did it take for them to do that? Because you're in the loaner Model S as well, so you got 2 Teslas now at that time.
Yeah, because mine was sitting in the garage. They didn't know what was going on with it, so they didn't even want to be responsible for my car because they had no idea where to start to fix on it. So they brought the loaner to the house. They Ubered back to the house and they said, look, just keep our car indefinitely. We'll get back with you when we have a plan in place. Yeah, so I say that was about 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, that was about 2 months. Yeah.
Did you have the subscription to the full drive or the FSD?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
So they picked up the car. You were able to drive your car to Tesla for them to, or did they call you to say come through or what?
Yeah. They flew their top engineer in from California to rebuild my car. So he rebuilt my car here in the Houston area, and then he signed off on it. Their top engineer signed off on it and said, hey, the car is good to go. So got the car back, and I have to admit, the car is working better than it was before. I didn't know that Tesla was supposed to be doing all this. I'm fairly, content with the car as is, but it's just the history of everything that's transpired. It's just got, left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm losing brand faith,
Yeah. Because the car is clean. Like I said, I like Teslas as a car, but I've been very critical of them for reasons like this.
Right.
Because there are other YouTubers out there and other people that turn into YouTubers by voicing their concerns and their issues with Tesla.
Right.
Because Tesla folks are typically like cultish.
Right.
And let's be real about it. When you are brand loyal, like I'm brand loyal to Porsche.
Right.
And even though it's not many issues that I've had with my Porsches or that people have with Porsches, we're already going to be more apt and prone to forgive those issues.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So we accept it. But see, Tesla loyalists are so loyal to where they forgive a lot more.
Right.
You know,
I agree with that. You know, because you're buying into the brand. You know, you're seeing what the company's doing with their various assets like SpaceX. So you're seeing what their stock is doing. And, you know, I was a fanboy all before this. I looked at this car maybe 5 years before I actually ponied up the money to get into it. So it was a huge investment for me and my family. But, you know, ultimately the customer service or how they treat you after you buy the car, I wouldn't say is the most schmoozing. It seems like once they have your money, they don't really go out of their way to just try to make you a happy customer. They try to sweep your rug, or at least for me, they try to sweep my problem under the rug and have me not say anything about it. So the jacket that we took the picture of, that's a corporate jacket for apology from the first issue.
That's right.
Yeah, a lot of people forget this is like literally like my third go around with Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what did they say about, what are they going to do about it? Like, what type of compensation did they say? Did they...
Well, we haven't agreed to anything yet. You know, we don't know what they're going to come up with. I don't know what they're going to come up with. I threw a couple of things out there. You know, I was really, you know, trying to get out of the car, but, you know, the love and care that went into the wrap, everything that you saw when you know. When you did see the car, when the car was working, everything you saw. You know, it was a lot of time and effort that went into that. So I'm a little partial to that. I put the car up on the internet to see if somebody would buy it. And, you know, I got a pretty penny for it. But it just wasn't enough to jump into a new car for, you know, just financial responsibilities, you know. With my daughter just being born and everything, you know. I just wanted to make sure that...
you don't make a rash move.
Right.
I don't know if you can speak on this, but do they want you to make any videos about this?
Well, I had to. Tesla, that's a good question. You know, one of the issues that we're having is in order for Tesla to believe that my car wasn't functioning right, I had to publicize what was going on with my car via video through YouTube. And I don't know what type of agreement they want to come to in order to wipe out what's already transpired. You know, there's nothing I can do about that. You all put me in the position where I had to make this public, and now you want to move forward and sweep it under the rug. Well, the cat's already out of the bag. So what do you want me to do about it? How would you like for me to proceed and still honor your deal at the same time? So that's where we are. We're going to see what comes of what. You know, I told them to make this easy, to make me shut up and go away, just throw me in a brand new one. And I'm not asking for free. Just keep me paying what I'm paying.
Right.
You know, keep
it new. Just give me a swap out.
Yeah, it will be done. But, you know, because they did the changes, because mine is the last of the retro line. Now the screen is sitting on the side. Right. They went up about $30K on the car.
Yeah.
So now the bases if you want to buy a base 22, they start at, I think, 106. Right. Yeah. So, you know, over time, Tesla has been steadily, you know, increasing the prices of their vehicles, you know, not necessarily adding any new features, but, you know, maybe turn the screen to the side or, you know, give you a heated steering wheel or something like that. But nothing that will justify an additional 30 or 40K. Right. You know, but people that haven't bought yet, fanboys such as myself that are loyalists that want to buy into their brand, they're just sucking up. They're seeing the stock go up, seeing the cost of the cars go up. Like, hey, this must be something good about it. I'm seeing 1 million of them being sold in 2021. Somebody's buying these cars. Yeah. Yeah. You know, but in Tesla's defense, you know, I still got a little, you know, heart, a little sliver of heart for them. I did fall into a very rare, you know, percentage, of their manufacturing, but seems like lightning struck twice with me.
So that part there, it's hard to believe the stats that they're saying when it happened to you twice. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But again, I'm not a Tesla fanboy. I like them to an extent, but what I can forgive them on is like, hey, look, everybody else has been building cars for for 50, 60 years.
Right.
You know, they're new to the game, and the manufacturing process, quality control process, that stuff is not born overnight. So you have to accept these type of things from a newcomer.
Right.
You know, the real test is going to be to see if, like Lucid, if their cars are going to have similar quality control issues. Because if Lucid, being super brand new, doesn't have those same type of quality control issues, that's not going to look good. That's going to undermine the argument that I'm making for Tesla.
Right, is that they're a young company that don't have these issues. But, you know, back to your argument, to, you know, further back your original point, there's no one besides Ford that's producing at the mass rate that Tesla is producing. You know, no one's moving vehicles at that amount. So I don't think that the issues that we've seen over the course of, like, let's just say the last 5 years with Tesla is really indicative of anything of their lack of trying to be perfect, because those first 5 years when they released the S in 2012, you know, we weren't really hearing these problems.
Right.
But when you hear, you know, them selling, you know, 250,000 cars.
It's a matter of scale.
Yeah, it's a matter of scale. You're going to have some mess ups. And
Yeah.
those mess ups are going to become wider the more you make, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that percentage, you know, the pie gets larger. But
Yeah.
that being said, when Ford came out with the Mach-E, they were having build quality issues as well. And they're 60, 70-year-old manufacturers. So I think we have to give, even, like you said, you keep your issues inside the family. But if Tesla wanted to keep these types of issues inside of their family, it wouldn't be so many people like me on the internet complaining about their customer service and their quality issues.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, tell us a little bit about the wrap to kind of change gears.
All right. Yeah, the wrap. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. You know, one of the things that I was looking into when buying a Tesla is going back to the quality build issues. The paint is crap. If you're buying a Tesla, you should know just outright that the paint is crap on Tesla. I'm trying to keep it PC so we won't have to edit this for the kids, you know what I'm saying? So they don't do a lot of layers on their paint, and their paint chips and peels easily. Paint's always had a problem. So if you go with a base white, then you don't pay anything. But as you climb up in colors, the red being the most expensive, black being the cheapest, the prices increase. So at the time, the paint for the red was like $4,000. I think it was $4,500. So, you know, do I want to pay $4,500 for something that I know is crap going into it?
Right. Because what color is your base car? Is it white?
My car is white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I decided to opt out on paying the $4K in cash for the paint, and then decide to do a color change wrap.
Okay.
Don't do it. Don't do a color change wrap, because what happens is if you're driving down the freeway and, you know, it's dirt flying, little rocks and pebbles flying, stuff like that, and that nicks, that vinyl is real thin. And this is what I will tell anybody that's thinking about a wrap. A wrap and PPF are two totally separate things. A PPF will heal itself. The vinyl is just there for decoration and looks.
So you need to PPF the wrap to be.
So it costs,
$4
let's just say $6K to wrap the car, but in order to protect that wrap, I need to spend about another $6 to $8K to put a PPF on top of the wrap.
Car,
and so it just really was getting a little ridiculous, you know. And what they're doing now in the industry is they're trying to make a PPF
wrap
that is a color.
Okay.
Right now you can buy a PPF that's clear and it will protect either your paint or your wrap. But now they're making PPFs where it's clear and it might turn your car into a satin or something like that. So if you're doing a wrap, I wouldn't do a wrap, first of all. But if you just got your hard on for a wrap and you just need it, don't do a color change. Make sure that you buy the color car that you plan on wrapping it. For instance, you don't want to wrap a white car in black, because any nick of that vinyl is that white is going to come screaming through and it's going to kill you. It's going to be an eyesore. So if you're buying a black car, do a black wrap. If you're going to buy color changing wrap, do it on something that won't scream at you if it's nicked, if it's scratched. So black is probably the safest, but I sure wouldn't do white. And then make sure that your wrap guy is using the right adhesive bonds on the corners and stuff. You know, I spent way too much money on that wrap, and it's not even a year old, and it looks like terrible. It looks terrible to me. People love it, but I just know the pain and the time that went into it.
Well, it's one of those things where stuff looks good from afar, but far from good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it looks dope.
Yeah.
But being the car guy I am, as I was looking at it today, I do see, I say this with all respect.
Yeah.
I do see like it's aging quicker than what it should.
Yeah.
It hadn't been a year since I saw it.
Right.
And
then they try to sell you on this ceramic stuff, but the ceramic is still BS, because all the ceramic does is if you get like a liquid or something on the car, it's like making your wrap like porcelain. Mm-hmm. The liquids is just going to slide off of it, but that still doesn't protect
from rock chips. I've used Avalon King myself on my 911, and then I've had other cars ceramic coated from different car washes and detailers, and it's only for like cleaning purposes. It has very little to do with like protection.
Right. It only makes it easy to clean, and that's it. So my wrap guy was hyping it up like the ceramic coating was going to offer extra paint or extra protection, but all of that was BS. All I can say is, do triple your research. I consider myself a heavy research guy. I put a lot of time and investment into that wrap to try to make it look good. But if I had to do it all over again, I would probably just buy the paint, then wrap it, make sure that they were the same colors. And I wouldn't go to just anybody to wrap it. Make sure that you get a real good, thorough look at the person's work before you invest into their company and their product. So,
well, that's good. In our closing statements on this, man, I appreciate you coming out, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, because after we finish cutting on this video, man, him just gonna chop it up, just on some catching up, right? I'll say this. This is a unique thing because Teslas, they created a new type of car enthusiast. Mm-hmm. It's brought a lot of people to a car brand that's they're not car people, but they end up being Tesla people, but Teslas are still cars. So by definition, you've created new car enthusiasts.
Correct.
So all this type of stuff that you're experiencing, you were already kind of into cars because you got that F-150, 24s and all that, and the bang and all. You know how it is.
You got something good.
You are already kind of inclined, but think about the person who wasn't in the cars. They coming up from a Toyota Camry or whatever else. They'd have made them a little money, then decided to go green or whatever. Now they've got a car that's really deep into the enthusiast lane. Even though it's an electric vehicle, it's still deep into the enthusiast lane. And now they're thrust all this stuff that we deal with as car people is thrown in their face.
And they're not ready for it.
They're not ready for it.
They're not ready for it internally. The customer service isn't ready for it. They're not ready for it at the rate that they're producing either. And it's catching up with them, but we'll see.
As I say la vie, man. Well, we appreciate y'all tapping in. I hope to do more of these type of, podcasty type videos. Today, I was hoping that we were going to line up the Panamera and compare the fit and finish with that in the Tesla and line them up, see who's quickest and all that kind of stuff. We didn't get to do that, but you were able to bring a lot of good information.
Hopefully y'all find this useful,
Yeah, man. Y'all like, subscribe, share. Stay tuned. We've got a lot of stuff coming. I'm in the process of planning the Speed Doc Rally. So, so the Tesla going to be right to bring that out for the rally.
I had to bring that out.
Yeah. So stay tuned. That's coming a few months down the line, but we are going to be doing a Speed Doc Rally. That should be fun. Since we didn't get a chance to really do anything with the cars, y'all tap in. But Joe, go ahead and roll some B-roll for him, man.
I'ma hit the gas, once I tap it, I'm gone. Faster than the flash when I get in this zone. Higher than a plane, stay up by my lane. Oh, I do it different and they really can't explain. Let me elevate, let me elevate you. 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 Smoke rising like a locomotive. I'm on my go, so you know the motive. It's like they voting and I'm toe to pole. Giving them info like I got the folder open. On a Kawasaki with a Motorola. I'm Samsunging on the open ocean. On the metro, chasing escrow. You backsliding while I breaststroke. Sidewinding, I'm high rising. I'm so fly that I'm skydiving. It's no problems, there's no hiding. Got other things that I'm worried about. Man, let me go and breathe, trying to get into the mood though. Hop into the whip, got my mind on my paper.